Welcome, Speakeasy English listeners. I'm David, and I'm thrilled to be here with my co-host, the brilliant Sarah.
Hey, David, and hello, everyone. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that affects every single one of us, no matter our goals or aspirations: motivation. How to find it, how to keep it, and how to get it back when it disappears.
It's such a universal challenge, isn't it? We all have moments where we feel incredibly driven, and then there are those days or weeks where getting started feels like climbing a mountain.
Exactly. And often we think motivation is something that just strikes us like lightning, but it's really more like a muscle you can train and strengthen. We're going to explore how to do just that today.
Let's start by understanding what motivation actually is. Fundamentally, it's the reason we act. There's extrinsic motivation, external rewards like money or praise, and intrinsic motivation, which comes from within, like satisfaction, enjoyment, or personal growth.
And while extrinsic motivators can get us started, it's intrinsic motivation that truly sustains us over the long haul. Think about learning a new skill. If you only do it for a certificate, you might quit once you get it. If you do it because you love learning, you'll keep going.
So why do we lose it? Common culprits include overwhelm, feeling stuck, fear of failure or even success, and simply not knowing where to start. Our brains are wired for efficiency, and if a task seems too big or uncertain, we often opt for comfort.
And that's where understanding the brain comes in. Dopamine plays a huge role. It's not just about pleasure, but about the anticipation of reward. If we don't feel that anticipation, it's hard to get moving.
Which brings us to the pillars of sustainable motivation. The first one, and probably the most critical, is clarity and purpose. You absolutely must define your why.
Yes. What is the deep-seated reason you want to achieve this goal? If it's vague, your motivation will be vague. Be specific. Imagine the feeling of achieving it. Many people even create vision boards to visually reinforce their purpose.
And along with why comes what? Setting clear, specific goals. We often talk about SMART goals: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. A vague goal like, I want to be healthier, won't motivate as much as, I will run for 30 minutes 3 times a week for the next month.
Precisely. Once you have that clarity, the next pillar is action and momentum. This might sound counterintuitive, but often action creates motivation, not the other way around.
It's what's called the action creates motivation paradox. You don't wait to feel motivated to start, you start and the motivation follows. The key here is to make starting ridiculously easy.
The just start principle. Break tasks down into tiny, tiny steps. If you need to write a report, just open the document. If you need to exercise, just put on your shoes. Once you're in motion, it's easier to keep going.
The 5-minute rule is great for this. Tell yourself you just have to work on it for 5 minutes. Often, you'll find yourself continuing long past that. Our third pillar is environment design.
This is a game changer. Our environment heavily influences our behavior. Want to eat healthier? Don't buy junk food. Want to read more? Put books everywhere. Want to stop procrastinating on your phone? Move your charger out of your bedroom.
Make the desired action obvious and easy, and the undesirable action invisible and difficult. It removes the need for willpower in the moment. Fourth pillar is mindset and self-talk.
This is huge. Our internal dialogue can either lift us up or tear us down. Challenge negative thoughts. If you tell yourself, I'm not good enough, you'll sabotage your own motivation. Adopt a growth mindset, the belief that your abilities can be developed through dedication.
And practice self-compassion. When you stumble, don't beat yourself up. Treat yourself with the same kindness you'd offer a friend. Celebrate small wins too, even tiny ones. Acknowledging progress fuels motivation.
Definitely. The final pillar for sustainable motivation is energy management. This isn't just about mental drive, it's physical. Sleep, nutrition, and exercise are foundational.
You can't expect to be highly motivated if you're constantly exhausted, running on empty, or eating poorly. Taking regular breaks is also part of this. Our brains need downtime to consolidate information and recharge.
Now, let's talk about overcoming common motivation killers. The big one for many is procrastination. It's often not laziness, but a coping mechanism for fear or overwhelm.
Right. Besides breaking tasks down, try the Pomodoro technique, focused work for 25 minutes, then a 5-minute break. This creates manageable chunks and gives your brain regular rewards.
Another killer is the fear of failure or success. Fear of failure can prevent us from even starting, while fear of success, believe it or not, can hold us back from finishing if it means stepping into a new, unfamiliar role.
Reframe failure as feedback. Every mistake is a data point telling you what to adjust. There's no true failure, only learning. And for fear of success, recognize it's just discomfort with growth, and that's normal.
Overwhelm is another massive one. When a task seems too big, our brain shuts down. The solution is often prioritization. What's the one thing that will make everything else easier or unnecessary? Focus there.
And don't be afraid to say no to new commitments if your plate is full, or delegate if possible. Protecting your energy and focus is crucial for motivation.
Finally, lack of visible progress can be demotivating. If you're working hard but don't see results, it's easy to give up. This is where tracking comes in.
Keep a journal, use an app, mark off days on a calendar. Seeing your consistent effort, even if the outcome isn't immediate, reinforces your commitment and keeps you going. Focus on effort, not just outcome.
So, to bring it all together for long-term motivation, it's about building routines and habits. Consistency reduces the need for willpower. If something is a habit, you just do it.
And accountability. Tell a friend your goals, join a group, or find a mentor. Knowing someone else is aware of your commitment can be a powerful driver.
Also, continuous learning and adaptation. What motivates you today might not work tomorrow. Stay curious about yourself, experiment with new strategies, and be willing to adjust your approach.
And periodically review your goals and your why. Remind yourself of that initial spark and how far you've come. That reflection can be incredibly energizing.
This has been such an insightful discussion, David. It really shows that motivation isn't a fixed state, but a dynamic process we can actively influence.
Absolutely, Sarah. It's about building systems and mindsets that make consistent action easier even when the initial enthusiasm wanes. Every small step forward builds momentum.
So, listeners, remember that you have the power to cultivate your own motivation. Start small, be kind to yourself, and keep moving forward.
Thanks for joining us for this special episode of Speakeasy English. We hope you feel re-energized and ready to tackle your goals.
See you next time, and go unleash that inner drive.